Welcome to Let's Talk World with Maria Pereza. What was that? Welcome back to Let's Talk World with Maria. And thank you so much for Dennis Matthew for coming to my show and grace my show. It's a privilege to interview you, sir. And also, we're going to see you again in the future. And Dennis Matthew is actually a veteran, I believe he's Marine Corps veteran, and now he runs his own business here in Las Vegas and in LA. And of course, before we go through all the way, and somebody is beside me here, and this is Mr. JC of Pop Life. How are you?
Thank you for inviting me. Mwah. Mwah.
No, thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you for inviting
It's
me.
my privilege.
And thank you for making me sit in this chair, even if I'm not used to it.
Well, he asked me that he wanted to sit on my chair, but you know what this is.
So I'm just gonna be like this. Like
Yes,
the
let's
whole
talk
time.
about that. Let's talk about
Mhm.
JC is our Fab Life host here at social media shows, and
Mhm.
recently, as you all probably know now, that he went and covered the Manhattan Fashion Week in New
New
York.
York City.
And as you can see, I show you guys some footage earlier before we actually came into the show. Uh, the Oculus, is that how you pronounce it?
That's the Oculus.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that's the one running behind
Right
us as
behind
well.
us.
So enjoy it while it lasts. This is where the Trade Center or the World Trade
One
Center.
World Trade Center, and let me explain to you that the Oculus, what you're seeing, is just a roof because you go inside, it goes down deep,
That's
down
beautiful.
like it's like 10, 20 stories down.
Wow.
So that one is the roof, and if you're seated outside, you can look in and you can look down, and it's very deep.
Yes. And you're gonna
It's
show
amazing.
the inside and out on your show on the
The inside is very special because Gucci, you know, the fashion brand Gucci, they had an exhibit. And it's funny because it was cold and rainy outside, and then inside it gave you the illusion that it was sunny outside.
Wow.
And they had the Gucci garden. It was all pale pink, and they had flowers, they had chairs, and I had the privilege of interviewing the a guy, a gentleman, and a lady who were promoting the Gucci perfumes, which is called Gucci Blooms.
Wow.
And they gave me a sample, and I love the men's Gucci Blooms. I said, I gotta have it. I gotta have it.
You are just so fabulous.
the
You're talking
scent-
about all this fabulousness.
the scent will be my remembrance of my week during Manhattan Fashion Week. Not to be confused with New York Fashion Week. New York Fashion Week is different from Manhattan Fashion Week. New York Fashion Week is where that incident with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B happened. The throwing of the shoes. Yes.
The throwing of the shoes.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk about that on my first segment, but then I ran out of time.
All
but
right.
yeah. So how that I never know about it. You asked me earlier, and
Yes.
I told you I never heard about
I
it.
didn't even know about it, and somebody told me. I've just forgotten who, and told me, did you hear about the incident of New York Fashion Week with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj? Because fans are always comparing the two with each other because if you see it, there are similarities.
Well, we're talking about the incident that happened on New York Fashion Week, where Nicki Minaj and who's the other one?
Cardi B.
Cardi B actually start having
and
conflict.
we've shown Cardi B, when I was featuring the Met Gala with the Catholic Imaginations and the Heavenly Bodies, where the celebrities were wearing fashion that was inspired by the Roman Catholic Church.
Yes.
And she appeared as Mother Mary, Cardi B.
Yes.
And I think you even commented that, she's pregnant. Yeah, she was pregnant during that time.
Oh.
And don't quote us on this one, but I believe, according to TMZ, that the feud started out that Nicki Minaj accused of Cardi B as being as
biatch.
No, not that. As having bad parenting, that she's a bad parent.
Oh,
and so a mother would not take that lightly.
Oh yeah, of course.
And Cardi B said
that's kind of hurting. It's somebody telling you that you have
a bad
parent is not really good, because you know what, nobody knows what's inside your house and how you discipline your kids. Right.
But of course, we cannot quote it and say that it's real, because this news that I gathered only came from TMZ and other sources, and we don't want to stir the pot because
I want to stir the pot.
well, you can only stir the pot if you have like hard facts. And you know, social media is all about hard facts. We are not that type of a show.
What did you do, Cardi B?
We are not that type of a show.
How did you do? But anyways, we're not here to talk about that.
Yes.
Because you know what,
I'm
we
sorry,
are fabulous.
I went off on a tangent.
Oh, that's fine.
Yes,
it's
I
all
always, that's what people tell me, you always go off on a tangent.
You know what I realize is a lot of people who actually have, when they are talking certain things, and then they go out of tangent, these are people who are very smart. They have so much things, ideas
Going
in their
on
mind.
in their
And
minds.
yes.
Well, thank you. You're the very first person in the history of my life who ever said that. Because I kind of feel very bad when like people tell me that, oh, you're going off topic and you're going off a tangent. Oh, well, wait for me to go back to the topic.
Yes, yes. We are going the long way.
Yeah,
right?
We're going through the scenic route.
Yes, exactly.
Of the conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
The long and short of
that's
it.
what I noticed. A lot of people, it's not only you, by the way, there's a lot of people who are that kind. What I realize myself is it's because they're very smart. They have so much things in their brain. There's so much ideas in their brain that they want to actually put it out there.
Well, I'd like to thank my parents for that. Both are very strong-willed and intelligent people. That's why they separated ways. Like two strong and intelligent people.
Yeah, they conflict.
And
they don't know how to.
One has to give in, but nobody gave in, and so they just decided to.
I think that was they called miscommunication.
Probably, yeah. So we're
but
not
anyways, I have. Yeah, every time I have a show, somebody's calling me, right? But anyways, talking about you going to Manhattan Fashion Week, going to New York, you seen the Oculus. Is that what you call it?
Yes, Oculus.
Oculus.
Yeah. Yes.
See, I cannot even pronounce it.
Yeah,
the Oculus. Yeah. And then you met so much people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
And this is he have a very fabulous show, which is Fabulous Life here at social media shows, and he was invited by a good friend, which is Ronaldo Arnaldo, right?
Yes. What happened was, since he's my friend on Facebook, I saw that. I said, "Oh my gosh, this was like I think 4 months ago, if I'm not 4 or 5 months ago." I said, "Oh my gosh, my friend Ronald is going to Manhattan," and as fate would have it, I was able to do something to be able to get there, and it happened. So as they say, the stars aligned, but in my case, since I am a man of faith, it was really God's will that everything fell on its proper place. And I went there, and it was beyond what I expected. Not just what I was expecting, but beyond everything. Because, do you see this?
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna ask him next. Is he find new friends, new close now, right? Close friends.
And they're all VIPs and designers, influential designers.
So somebody, so tell us about it.
This was given to me by Reagan, and Reagan.
He's one of the designers, right?
He is one of the designers, but he's also a sponsor.
Okay, of the show.
And he owns Serendipity Accessories, not only jewelry, but also he makes bags.
So Reagan, if you're watching this, we would like you to sponsor our Fabulous Live show.
Yes. There you have it.
And also, one of the designers came to Vegas.
One of the designers came to Vegas, and I actually went to visit her at the Cosmo Hotel last night.
That's where she's staying, right?
That's where she's staying, and I conducted an interview with her, a short interview, and she's very hospitable. I mean, she even offered dinner. We had dinner. We had Chardonnay, and we had a spectacular view in her terrace. She's just like you. I have to go to the terrace and smoke. But the only difference that she smoked 46 feet up in a building.
Yeah. And what's her name?
Her name is Mitch Evie.
Mitch Evie. And she's a designer in the Philippines?
She is a digital print designer. Like,
yeah, the
she designed this, the print that you see in this, she designed through computer graphics.
Oh, that's amazing.
And so,
when is she leaving?
I think she's leaving this week. Yeah, I'm leaving this week, and I asked her, since tomorrow is my day off, if there's a possibility for her to come to the studio.
Knowing new people, knowing new designers in your field is amazing, don't you think? And having to fly to New York.
To be honest with you, it's like it's really a God thing, because I wasn't expecting to receive gifts. I was not expecting that. I was just expecting to go there to interview them, cover it, and go home, and that's it. I didn't realize that it would continue. And God willing, there's a possible collaboration between me and Mitch Evie, because I suggested, why don't we collaborate in the future? I design the clothes and you design the print of the fabric.
Yes. Oh my God, that is a future that you can look up to.
Yes,
that will happen pretty soon.
Yes, and with the aid of social media, this is a good way of exposing that project.
Yes.
Yeah, because nowadays, with social media, you can expose everything. And anything.
Yeah, you cannot hide anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I invited you here because you are a fabulous live host.
Well, you are a fabulous producer and director.
Thank you. But anyway, yes. I just want to ask you how it changes your life. What improvements do you think you've been through? You accomplish, and what else are your goals in the future?
Well, first and foremost, I mean, I already had a background in theater. Even if it was just one summer, because my mom was into theater, and she forced me to do theater one summer, and she was my acting coach, and she terrorized me. I was terrified with my mom.
May she rest in peace.
Yeah, no, she knows that. We used to always fight each other a lot, and even if we fight each other, we love each other very much. So she's okay with that. Yes. Oh my gosh, do we have a fan that's calling?
Yeah, I keep on having a phone call. But anyways, yeah. So what's your goal? What do you think? What you foresee in yourself?
So the thing is, like, with that, theater background experience, and not only theater background experience, but my appreciation of art, interior design, furniture, fashion, theater, movies. You know how obsessed I am.
Yes,
with horror
he do
movies.
A lot of movie reviews on Fab Life.
Yes.
So you better watch that, all right? Watch Fab Life with social media shows.
I definitely like the progression that I've been through the show. I mean, first it seemed like Wawa and I, back, Wawa, I love you. But in the beginning, we didn't have any content, and then, through the constructive criticism, because we always listen to constructive criticism for as long as not destructive criticism. We follow that guide, telling us that, you should have a content and it should have a guideline. And so we followed that. And at first, well, not at first, when I went through this, it was nerve-wracking for me. And most especially, when you were telling me, oh, you have like a few minutes more, and what am I gonna talk about? Like I ran out of things to talk
It's like,
about, and then my mind used to go flatliner, and I was like,
but now you're like, don't tell me that it's 1 minute
well,
more to go.
thanks to you. Well, no, thanks to you.
My pleasure, my
Yeah,
pleasure.
and my self confidence has developed more. You know, this has trained me to go to places like Manhattan Fashion Week, where I conducted interviews in the middle of a sea of people
And you guys
without
gonna see that in the future Fab Life.
without getting embarrassed, like, oh, somebody's watching me. It's, that attitude, like, to hell with everyone, this is my show and that's it.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes. You got
I mean,
you
no.
yeah you got my
Yeah.
my attitude now. Like, it's my show, okay? You wanna actually coach me here? Come over here, sit down in here, and you'll
She's
coach me.
the main biatch. I'm the co-biatch. The two biatches on this chair.
I love it. I love it.
You gotta be a biatch to join social
Media
media.
show, yeah.
In a good way.
In a good way,
In
yes.
a good way,
You have to
because
be tough. You have
yeah.
to be tough.
Yeah, but because if you come here and you're going to stir the pot, Maria Purissima and I are going to have a meeting about you. I'm just kidding.
Well, you're one of the executives of social media, so.
Well,
yeah.
thank you for making me an executive.
Yeah, my pleasure. Yes, you know that.
Hmm.
Well, yes. With social media shows, we welcome everybody who have a heart, but you have to be solid and tough. If you're not solid and tough, and you're just gonna actually sit down here and do a song which is "I have two hands,"
The
it's
left
not
and
gonna
the
work.
right. Yeah.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
work. We can say bye bye.
I think too is, with my experience last week, is throwing yourself out there.
It's
And by faith, it's like I said, I'm a man of faith. It's like the words of Jesus, you begin to walk on water. And you and I know that it's impossible to walk on water. And that's what, and also people say, mantra is when you keep on repeating it over and over again. When the Lord said, my righteous one shall live by faith.
Mm-hmm.
So it's by faith.
Mm-hmm.
Because before you can spring into action, you gotta have that vision which comes from faith. That you believe in yourself, you believe in what you're doing, and you believe about the outcome, even if it hasn't happened yet. Mm-hmm. Like you already see it.
I love
It's like it's
I love
only.
your vision.
Oh, thank you. It's only last night that I realized God is a mathematician. That everything.
Remember,
is,
he is everything. He's a doctor. He's a teacher. He's everything.
Yes, everything.
Leader and everything.
And everything. I'm not
it's
saying
like architecture.
Yeah. And I'm not saying this in a bad way, because when people say, "Oh, I think it's calculated," when they use the word calculated, it means that it stems from, what do you call? I'm at a loss for words here. Like, it stems from a bad motive.
Oh.
That it seems calculated. But I think that everything is calculated, and we just have to align with Him and know that mathematical equation that's missing. And once you see that missing link, then you launch yourself into, like what happened.
That's true, yes.
I almost wasn't able to go.
Yes.
Happened.
Yes, well, you know what? It meant to be that you
panicking.
have to be there. And
Yes.
you got there, you actually did what you had to do, and, it's actually very fruitful or
Yes.
so rewarding.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I love, you will see all the things that he did in Manhattan Fashion Week and in New York.
I love her for saying that, fruitful. I love it. I love it. That's a divine revelation right there.
And anyways, I would like to say thank you for my clothes. As you can see in the first segment, it's different. Now it's different. But anyways, we have so much things to talk about. He is a Fab Life host, and he is also a comedian at Gizzy and Frenemy. So we're gonna be talking about that in our last and fourth segment. Please stand by. We will see you back.